everybody, welcome to Expert Channel TV. Today we are bringing you another amazing participant in the Golden Door Awards. And today with me, my guest is Natalie Turner. Welcome, Natalie.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, we are really excited about getting to know each of the participants. So for our audience, just a reminder, you can watch all the interviews on our social media channels. And it's a way, in a way, I like to say that it's like looking behind the scenes. We are getting to know each participant, what inspirations are behind the work they've submitted to the Golden Door Awards. And you can follow this fascinating initiative on all social media platforms. So without further ado, let's get to know Natalie a bit better. So Natalie, tell us, who are you and what do you do when you're not writing?
Wow, who am I? That's a deep and philosophical question.
It is.
Well, professionally, I'm a writer and a speaker, a keynote speaker in the field of business innovation and creativity. My passion is very much about how to help organizations and individuals create new value, create new things out of their ideas. And I'm also an aspiring fiction author as well in my spare time, and I've just started the second draft of a novel.
Okay, exciting. So now, can you tell us a bit about the work you've submitted and all the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, okay. Well, a number of years ago, my corporate background has been working in large organizations as an innovation director, helping to generate new ideas for new products, new services, and take them to market. And what I found was that actually the problem wasn't often about the lack of ideas. It was about how to get people who are very different to work together around a common purpose and build the sort of the culture and the environment, the skills, the mindsets on how to innovate, how to actually go through this journey, if you like. I often liken it to having in a relay race, we've got a baton, and the baton is like the idea, and it's got to be passed to different types of people that can steward that idea through to actually create something valuable. And I couldn't find any methodologies that really focused on people, focused on skills, focused on the cultural aspect, the environmental aspect that stimulates this, that enables this to happen. So I invented a model, and it's called the 6 Eyes of Innovation. And I've been using that model in our organization. We've been using it with organizations to help understand and give people a process, a journey map for innovating, but also for them to take an assessment that would measure their contribution to how they make ideas work, whether they are like the creator types, which we call the igniters. They're the people that come up with ideas, or maybe they're great implementers. They're good at getting things done and driving an idea through. So after a number of years of working with organizations, with individuals using the model, clients said to me, why don't you write a book? Why don't you codify the model and make a practical how-to guide so that we can get this out into the world in a bigger way? So that was the inspiration really for the book. It came very much from working with people and then seeing the value in the model and in the assessment, and wanting a practical guide on how to innovate.
Wow, that's so interesting. And I mean, there would be no progress if there were no innovation. So that's really interesting work you're bringing to the world. So we still don't know the winners, okay, because this event is happening in September. It has been postponed, as we all know, because of the situation we're going through. But what would winning this award mean to you?
Well, I think, I was thinking about this earlier. I thought, if I was writing the book again, what would I call it? And the book, I've just got a copy here, it's called Yes, You Can Innovate. And I was thinking, if I was writing it again right now, I think I'd call it Yes, You Must innovate. And I think that's because it's so imperative right now for everybody to be innovating, whether it's in small things in their lives or big things that are, that are more disruptive. And we talk about things like disruption. Hey, we're now living in this age of disruption. It's not like it's a conceptual, theoretical thing. So to have people be able to understand, what does it mean to me to be innovative? What does it mean to me in my context, my job, my environment, and to have practical ways of knowing how to do that? That is what would really give me such joy, I think, to know that it's going to be in more people's hands, that people can sort of demystify this word innovation, that we Google it and you've got thousands and thousands and thousands, millions of hits, but to make it very, very democratized in a way, to open it up to ordinary people, not just technologists or scientists or people that we often consider, the creatives or the people in labs in white coats that are coming up with innovations. But what does it mean to be innovative in everyday life? And what does it mean to have and create new value out of ideas, that everyone now has got to be having new ideas, and we don't have a blueprint. It's not like we've got a map of this is what we've got to do to survive and thrive into the future now. We've got to come up with this stuff. And it's not just about coming up with the ideas, it's about how do we make them work. So I think if I were to win this award, it would be like, it would be an amazing thing to stand there and to feel the energy of the place and everybody around, and to know that what we can do collectively in collaboration to bring real purpose-driven innovation into the world it would blow my mind. I would be so excited and so happy. I think the other thing is that, innovation, or having innovation skill, or the ability or the capability to generate something of worth, of value out of a new idea, has often been seen as something, oh, well, when we've got time, we'll get around to doing it, or when we've got some headspace or a little bit of more budget or whatever it might be. There have always been excuses. And I think what's happening now is the acceleration of innovation, our ability to do this. And as I say, I'm not just talking about technology or science. I'm talking about everyday innovation, new processes, new business models, new ways of working, new societal models, new governmental models. All of this requires new thinking. And therefore, we need innovation right now as our top survival skill. And therefore, to win an award like this would put that in central stage, to say, absolutely, now is the time. We can't put this off anymore. We've got to be innovating in our work, not just in projects, every day.
It would really be amazing. I love how you say you're making innovation sort of like doable and actionable, because it's true. When we hear about innovation, we think about this huge science-related thing that only big corporations can really have the time, the resources, and the money to do. And no, we can all be, at some point and in some way innovative, and it's the way to change things. So again, thank you for the work you're doing. It's really inspiring. And we really wish you all the best. And hopefully, if you're one of the winners, we would love to have you back on Expert Channel TV as a guest.
Thank you very much. That would be wonderful.
Well, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed getting to know a bit more about Natalie Turner and her fascinating projects. You can follow all the Golden Door Awards on all social media platforms. And please stay tuned, because we have more participants coming. We're even going to speak to the judges and see what they're looking for to decide on who the winners are. So everybody, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.